Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I'm Brendan Lee with thebrendanlee.com. In this video, I want to talk to you about contemplation, and more specifically, what do I do if I hit the wall? And also, what do I do if I experience doubt when contemplating or it's like I don't know if I can do it, okay? So this question or a few questions come from Eugenio. Hey, Eugenio, thanks for writing. As always, it came off my forum. If you want to check that out, there's a link in the description. That's where people are asking me questions about this type of work, and I can respond by making videos and or writing back, okay? So I'm going to read a little bit here to set some context, and then I want to respond to this and hopefully further the action and empower your contemplation. So from Eugenio, hi Brendan, or Brendan, hi. Hope everything is well at the center. I miss it. Great. The center misses you too. Well, it actually doesn't miss you, but here we are. And yeah, it's great to have you when you show up. So I've got some work for you. If you see that it's helpful for your audience, of course. Thank you. Very respectful. In contemplating, there's moments when I feel like I hit the wall. My experience is that I'm just here. I'm noticing the constant cyclical drive to become different sensations and self-images, then I, as if, pull my attention backwards or open it up, and I'm just here staring, really intending to become conscious now, but I don't. See? Wanting to become conscious and nothing's happening. Okay. Then after being massively concentrated and consistently intending for a while, I unconsciously conclude that nothing happened and I go away into fantasies until I notice what I'm doing. But when I return my attention here, there's a background belief that I won't become conscious because I just tried and nothing happened. I end up solidifying myself in my body. Question, okay? So that's setting some context. Now, question, what do I do when I hit the wall? I know the direct answer is that there's nothing to do but to keep intending to become directly conscious, no strategy needed or anything. The thing is, there's a part of me that doubts that if I just keep intending to become conscious now, it will happen. When I conclude from previous experience that it does not. Should I rely on faith that I will get conscious? Or how do I unbelieve this belief? Thank you and hope to see you soon, Eugenio. P.S. I've seen some of your latest videos, very useful guidance, and what a killer new intro. Thank you. I appreciate it. I had some people, like I responded already, I had some people on Fiverr do that for me. They're not paying me for this, so I'm just saying that's what happened. All right, so thanks for writing. Oh, I stated that this is on my forum. This question is not on my forum as of right now. It may be by the time of the release of this video, so I misspoke. But people do go to my forum, shameless plug, check the links in the description, and they post questions there. You're invited to do so as well, if you want. But this is not there yet. It might be by the time this video is released. So, awesome. So what do I do when I hit the wall? Well, as you know, and if you've done a workshop here or contemplation intensive, you contemplate, you hit the wall, great, stay there. There's no other place to go, and you can't rush it either. And what I mean by that, because I tried this one time, I did one contemplation intensive one time, and I tried to go, it's like, okay, I've done enough of these, I know the deal, right? You see, I got ahead of myself. I'll just skip all the crap. I'll just go right to where I'm at the wall. And the wall is basically, you've tried everything. There's nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. You're just sitting or standing or whatever, usually sitting, staring into nothing. I'm speaking poetically here, like staring into the abyss, and you don't know. And you're wide open, and you just sit there. You've tried everything. You've gone through all the phenomenon. You've gone through all the crap. You've gone through all the intellect. You've hit all the stories, all the states, all the phenomena, and nothing. Just fucking nothing going on, and you're there. Good. You got to the wall legitimately, not like I tried to when I tried to rush it, and it turned out that I was fooling myself, and then I had to go through all the stuff again anyway, and I realized, oh, you can't, it's a weird thing, but you can't rush it. Okay, that's a little aside. But you're at the wall, stay. Stay right there. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. You just simply intend to become conscious now and stay. Your mind may not like this, and our minds, generally speaking, are not trained for this kind of attention. So something may arise. Oh, discomfort. Okay, that's other stuff again. That's more experience. Okay? So if you're at the wall, great. Stay there. Keep going. And I know it's a real bitch because your mind is like, yeah, but I did it and nothing happened. Okay, good. Well, if you have I did it and nothing happened, that's more stuff again. Okay? So what do you do when you're at the wall? Stay there and intend even more. Keep going and increase your power, don't decrease. That's my advice. You can do whatever you want. Okay? Good. So you got that? The thing is, there's a part of me that doubts that if I just keep intending to become conscious now, it'll happen when I conclude from previous experience that it does not. Should I rely on faith that I will get conscious? Or how do I unbelieve this belief? So the first thing, should I rely on faith? Well, if you need a little bit of faith to keep going, I would say go ahead and use it. And also you know that in the work that I do and the work that Ralston does, for sure, we're very much not into faith, not into believing stuff. You see, so I really want to avoid the whole belief system thing. It's like, oh, well, Brendan said that when you contemplate, you should blah, 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 or you should do it like this, or you should do it like that, and then believe this, and then it'll happen. No, the nature of this beast is ultimately mind-boggling because on one side, yes, maybe some faith could help, and on the flip side, and at the same exact time, it is paradoxical that there is nothing that you can do that's going to get you conscious. And yet you have to do something to get you conscious, and that's something that seems to me to be the most powerful thing to do. If you find something more powerful that yields faster results, let me know. I've not seen it. Okay, but that doesn't mean it's not out there. But I'm pretty certain that my experience in the matter is the most powerful in this case, thus far, is you have to do something. You have to contemplate. Now, I don't mean meditate in this case, which for those of you who don't do very much of this work, if you're watching this video, meditation is not the same as contemplation. Contemplation is super simple and extremely direct. It is intending to become conscious of what's absolutely true right now. And that's it. You go, what's true? I want to know. And you stay there. That's it. There's no I'm trying to achieve something, except I'm trying to achieve greater consciousness. But at the end of the day, when you do get conscious and the type of consciousness of which I'm speaking, you will go, oh, of course, that's why they say these things. There's nothing to get, because there is nothing to get. And yet you become conscious. I don't know. It really blows my mind, okay? And I wish I could give you a solid answer, but I cannot, because I'm using my mind to talk to you. And the things of which I speak transcend the mind and perception and all states. So what do you got to do? I got to tell you something. So I'm trying to tell you something to keep you on track. So do you need faith? Maybe some faith would be useful. Or, like I wrote to you in an email, little email there is maybe you don't need faith, but you can rely on a very real possibility, which does not have to be believed, perhaps. However, coming from a position of, if you've had no genuine experience yourself, maybe that's all you got. Maybe you trust the individuals that are speaking to you. Or maybe you see something in them that you're like, maybe there is something. Maybe there's something to this. Maybe you get a hint of something. Maybe, here's a story for you. See, when I was doing tons of workshops, it was like more participating, less facilitation. There was a shift at some point. It's like I did an ENB, Experiencing Nature Being workshop. I did one, did another, and then somehow something started to enter my awareness that was like I wouldn't call it a belief, but it was more of a certainty. Like, wait a minute, this person, working with Peter, this person's trying to communicate something to me. There's something to get. Wait a minute. No, there's something to get. Not like a belief, not like, oh, I believe there's something to get because somebody told me. It was more like a deep sense of the reality of that possibility that did not feel like a belief to me. It was more like, oh, I was as certain of that as I was that there's a door over there and there's a toilet and I can go to the bathroom. I was as certain of that. It's like, oh, there's something here. Wait a minute. I had this like sort of, wait a minute thoughts like, huh? Wait a minute. They're pointing at something. This person's pointing at something that's real. And it started to change my contemplation a bit. And this happened over time. And I wouldn't call that a belief. I wouldn't call it faith. It's more like a certainty in my own soul, to speak poetically. Yeah? So maybe some of that could be useful. And again, don't try to force it, but maybe open yourself up to that possibility. The possibility of being certain. The possibility of being, there's like it was like enlivening a bit. Because I started to realize, I'm trying to capture the essence of it. It was like something slightly exciting. It was a deep sense, a deep feeling of like, oh, there is indeed something to grasp. There is, for real. And I do mean for real. And then I can tell you from my own experience, there is a real possibility that you can become conscious. How do I know? Because I did. And maybe open yourself up to that possibility as well. Okay? Another way to consider this faith business, or, you mentioned, well, do I need faith? And then how do I unbelieve this belief? Well, you can, few options, just off the top of my head. One, toss it out. You got a belief? Fuck it. Who told you that? Where did you learn that belief? Well, I told myself that. Okay, and you think you're right about that? Who knows? How do you know? So throw in some not knowing in there, like sprinkle a bit in there. How do you know that's even true? The belief or the disbelief, which they're the same thing. It's like, oh, I believe I can get conscious. Oh, I don't believe I can get conscious. They are both beliefs and both irrelevant. So toss them both. That's one option. Another option. You have the belief? Good. There's a belief. You don't need to believe or disbelieve. Just let it be there and contemplate anyway. Wow, I really don't think I can get it. Now, what's true? You see? Or you have the disbelief. Go ahead and do that. Do that disbelief extremely powerfully. Like push yourself into it and really disbelieve to the max. And then notice that you can disbelieve to the max and still you don't know what you are. See? And just notice that that's the case. Yeah, I'm disbelieving. I don't believe I can get it to the max. Okay, who doesn't believe they can get it? Well, me, but yeah, and what are you? Well, oh yeah. I'm full of disbelief, but I don't believe. I don't believe. What's this I business? I don't know. Goody. Back to contemplation you go. See? Okay. And here's another option. I have done this as well, where I get into such a contemplative state that a disbelief starts to arise and is annihilated immediately, or as close to immediately as it can. It's just my contemplation is so ferocious, so powerful, that if something tries to enter that's not just contemplation, bye-bye. It becomes a non-issue. That's another possibility. Okay? So I hope that's empowered your contemplation. I hope you can use this to further, like Peter would say, further the action, which I think is appropriate in this case. Like what I would say, like go out there and kick some fucking ass, And then also, remember more specifically for you, Eugenio, I notice some of the patterns of your mind, and the doubt thing is like a thing that occurs for you. So if it comes up, all right, fine, there you go again. You see, start to also recognize the patterns and the circles that you go through. I have my own circles, and other people have their own as if circles, but patterns of mind that can occur. And it seems to be cyclical. Like when I'm doing lots of contemplation or I'm facilitating a workshop and watching other people go through the business, I see them go through their stuff and, oh yeah, there's that person doing that thing again. And you can also open up to getting wise to your own stuff and then, lighten up on that, or go like, oh, okay, here I go, disbelieving again. All right. And then just wait. And at some point it'll get replaced by something else, and on it goes. Okay. Let me check in with your letter. See if there's more. Yeah, just keep going, and then if you have some doubts or some confusion, who's the one doubting? Who is it? Well, me, but okay, good. What are you? And then you're back in business again. Okay? Cool. So hey, thanks for the question. I do appreciate it, because I feel like this would be useful for many people that are working on this type of stuff. If you're working on contemplation, keep kicking ass out there. Stay honest, stay open, and keep intending to become conscious now. If you want to join us for a workshop, you're invited. Shameless plug. Check the links in the description. We do very powerful work here. Behind me, literally. Oh, actually over a bit to my right usually. For consciousness, Marshall used to be the whole building. We used to fill the room with the mats. Like we have these big stacks of mats in the back there, and it used to go over the whole room. We don't do as much of that anymore, although you're invited to that too. Check the links in the description. My name is Brendan Lee with thebrendonlee.com, in support of consciousness and skill worldwide. It's founded by Peter Rawlinson. Till next time, and again, Eugenio, thank you, and perhaps we'll see you again soon. All right, take it easy. Bye.